Looking back is like super cringy. What's going on YouTube? Taylor Prentice, and I'm back here with another video, and this video is going to be on how I got into fashion. So it's been quite the journey, but let's just start from the beginning. So I come from a pretty fortunate family, and we would go shopping a lot on the weekends. So like I'm always seeing these nice clothes like Burberry and all that kinds of stuff. Even though we weren't buying it, like I was just surrounded by it, so it definitely piqued my interest. So as I got older, I would always like pay attention to what my brother wore because he was 10 years older than me. So what him and his friends were wearing was like super cool to me because they're the high schoolers, so obviously they know what's cool. But I was wearing like lots of plaid shorts and like popping my collars on my polos and stuff like that. So it was definitely an interesting time. But as I got a little older, I was always like super into Jordans because we would take family trips to Chicago, so Nike Town and just like Jordans were super cool to me. And as I got older on our trips to Chicago, I'd start finding stuff that fit my style more at the time. So like as I got into middle school and high school, I would start going to like the H&Ms. There's a store called Juggernaut that I really liked in Chicago, and I started to dabble more in the streetwear, and I was really into like the trendy stuff, so like the super skinny pants that are like weird colors, and then like the long line zip line tees and like all that kind of stuff. And looking back is like super cringy, but it was but looking back, it was a necessary part of my fashion evolution, and I'm happy that it happened, even though it was like super cringy. And I look back, I'm like, what was I doing? But yeah, so I'm into all the fast fashion and all that, and then A$AP Rocky comes out, so I start getting super into A$AP. I like loved his music, and then he's dropping all these name brands I've never heard of on like Fashion Killa, talking about like Andy Muhlmeister, like all these people. And so I'm like sitting there researching all these brands, like who was Raf Simons, who was Rick Owens, and then yeah, I mean, you just start to figure it out, and then you find the brands that you like, and you save up to buy from them is essentially what I did. Another part of how I found a lot of these brands and found my personal style was through Wiz, because Wiz was like my favorite artist in high school, and he was being styled by a dude named Ian Connor, who some of you may not really like. I know he doesn't have the best reputation, but I would be lying if I said Ian Connor didn't help me find my sense of style. And he also changed a lot of my viewpoints, really just like based off of his Twitter. He was a self-proclaimed king of the youth, and I would say that was pretty factual. It was pretty hard to find like a rapper, like a kid at the time, who Ian Connor didn't influence in fashion, even if the people didn't know that they were being influenced by him. So even though he might not be the best person, it's pretty hard to deny what he's done for fashion in general, and especially my sense of style. So shout out to him for that. Yeah, so I've like found Rocky and Ian Connor, and they're talking about all these brands, and Ian's wearing like a ton of Supreme, and I'm like sitting there, I'm like, how do you buy Supreme? I'm on the website, I don't even see an option to buy anything. But really it was just like out of season and stuff. And then eventually my freshman year of college, I bought my first Supreme piece, which was just a black hoodie, and then Rocky ended up actually wearing it, so I was like, damn bro, I'm so cool. And yeah, I actually still have that piece. I love it. Super thick hoodie. Supreme makes really good hoodies, to be honest. But yeah, so I started getting away from like the more hype stuff as I got older, and started getting more into the designer stuff. A lot of times I'm into like the hype designer stuff, so like designer pieces you can only find in certain areas. That's really where I'm at right now, is just like a mixture of streetwear and designer pieces. I'm not like Bloody Osiris, where I'm like putting together walk or like runway pieces, because that would be crazy and I could not pull that off. I like having really high quality, pretty much basics. Like a lot of the stuff that I've spent a lot of money on is just really nice sweatpants or hoodies. Obviously I've spent a lot on Ed Bravado jeans, because I don't know why, I just love jeans so much. But yeah, so as my style keeps evolving, like I've noticed that the pieces I've bought in probably like the past 3 or 4 years are pieces that I just want to have forever, because good style is timeless. Like being on trend, you'll realize is not going to last, and every couple of years you'll have to like rebuy your whole closet because you're like, oh, that stuff's cringy now. Whereas if you just buy for what you think is going to be a timeless look, you can just save all your pieces. And I found that's really cool. I have a really hard time getting rid of pieces, so like I definitely have some stuff that I should sell because I don't wear it that much and it doesn't really fit me that great, but I have like an emotional connection to those pieces, so I just can't sell them. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I mean, you just find people to base your style off of, find people that you like how they dress, and then like pay attention to what brands they're wearing. And as you like start to follow more brands and fashion people on Instagram, like it's like just a rabbit hole. It's impossible to not keep finding more. So yeah, just if you're interested in fashion but don't really know where to go, I highly recommend just finding someone that you think is a really good dresser or that you would like to style yourself afterwards, and take some influence from their fashion, but make it with your own twist. And don't feel afraid if like you think something looks stupid or like you're afraid of wearing it, because that'll definitely happen. You just got to work through it, because eventually you'll find your own style. And I feel like a lot of people around me look to me for fashion or like style advice just because I've always been so into it, which is cool that I can help people, I guess. And it's nice to know that people could like pay attention and know that I take fashion seriously and like actually really care about it, because to me it's like a lot more than clothes. So yeah, that's pretty much been the evolution of my style. If you guys have any questions about like how I found certain brands or came across certain stuff, I will let you guys know to the best of my memory. Some of the stuff I just forget about, like Ed Bravado. I have no idea how I came across him. He just literally popped up one day and I fell in love, is what it seems like. But yeah, enough rambling. That's pretty much it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you could leave a like and comment, I would appreciate it. Please hit that subscribe button and I will see you guys later. Deuces.